once you dealt you off on the grass, the Peugeot, and damage to the front of Team Harry's RS200 as well. So it all kicked off on the run down to the first corner. Everyone out of action sadly, but that was Philippe Tollemer is off at the side of the road of the grass, and that leaves us with the Austrian racer leading the way.
That's the car. That sounds like a cat or dog whining. It sounds so weird.
205 come off, bro.
It sounded so loud. Big skid. You'll probably be like another replay of earlier. He just gets a flat win again. I was going to say that's on this far. Smooth, isn't it? They dodged that, oh my lord.
You got the video?
I did that time. I missed loads of them though, it's so annoying.
That jumps, mate, it's much better down here.
Back in. And again, a massive gap from everyone else, like the last race.
Drones literally just following in the whole room.
Yeah. Well, typically follow first place, don't you? You're not first, then no one wants to know. Too easy for him. Too easy.
Comes back,
Good
comes
driving
back.
from Hill on the opening bend. He gets through into turn 4, right together. But it's Ollie O'Donovan then who has the advantage through Philippe Tollemer. Mishap. But once we've got Gary Donahue's car removed, we will be ready to go with the supercar semi-final number 2, again running over 5 laps.
Still seeing a good jump from him as well.
And the spin-offs. It's actually quite good all round, really.
It didn't used to be this open though, they opened up.
No, they cut loads of trees down, ain't they?
Emblazoned on the front and the side, and out comes then the British bomb, Liam Durand. It's part of his new plan now. He doesn't want to race in a full championship. He's of cars, he wheelies up to the line. That's one way to scare the start line marshal, as Liam breaks very quickly before the start line. He's now sitting very centrally in this little pocket rocket of a machine. He's been actually entered a couple of full national autograss events in this car, so he's taking it pretty seriously, not thinking of doing a full championship, but Liam likes dipping into different series as and when, buying cars and turning up and showing what they can do. He's going to wheelie his way away from the line here, I think. Green flag then, and we are ready for the show. Away he goes. And we'll let you enjoy 3 laps of Liam Durand on the limit through a Talladega. He's going to slide and put on a show in his new Class 7 autograss car. He was the man to watch at World Rallycross here in July last year. But this fearsome little autograss machine is really being pushed on by Liam. 2 demos are planned. Session and other events off circuit as well. So watch Liam in full flight. You've got 2.5 laps left of Durand on the limit in his new Triple. But he's taken the flag, and that is an impressive show from Durand in his Class 7 Mini. He's going to go for one more lap. The thing's actually blown, but he might as well push on to the flag. Over the jump nosedive as well, and you can tell from the way it's being driven. The car with the rear-wheel drive machine, it's got a pair of 4-speed gearboxes working and helping the Class 7 machine along, and it's really been a rapid addition to Liam Durand's car collection. He started a YouTube channel recently as well, so do have a watch of that. He's follow his exploits on YouTube, and sadly not taking part in full Rallycross Championships nowadays, but great to have him here on the family-owned circuit. Real home turf for Liam, having grown up at Lydden and Rallycross circuits around the country and Europe. Great to have the former X Games winner here in the Monster Energy machine. Supercars will be out on circuit next.
using the
90s
bow.
Rallycross supercars then coming out onto the grid for the first time this weekend, and it's
Peugeot.
Hansen in his Red Bull in time to be the Rallycross champion in Oliver Donovan's now Peugeot 306, built by Jordan European Rallycross Championship after the Group B era. Will win 1993, for an after the 93 season, stepped into the 306 for the following year and had some good successful years in the car in the British Championship as well as Europe, and then it went on to continue to win in the British Championship for many
1 year,
years.
we should follow them.
Top drivers have driven that car
Europe.
over
Yeah, the whole thing.
decades,
And do
and it's
air
great to see it back
something.
here now
Yeah,
in the
it's only a
hands
couple of days or a
of
day.
Kenneth Hansen
And then
for
do like
this
air
weekend
something
only.
in
Jack
Europe,
Von
so there.
alongside in his
Alpha, have you
Audi
seen that?
Quattro.
No, I haven't.
number
And the amusement,
6,
the old,
French car from the
amusement
90s,
park
which he
thingy.
used in period, sold the car,
They get some cool
and then
sights,
found
don't
it
they,
in
in
I
Portugal,
know, I'm so envious of
bought
the
it
American
again and
sites.
has rebuilt it.
They got
in
nice
what we
race
see
tracks,
today to use
nice
at
airsoft
Loheac
sites,
and similar events.
nice theme parks.
Gerard
We
Roussel
got
on
nothing.
the outside of row 1.
We're lucky
This
for an
is
idea
the
in
Royal
England.
Renault
Yeah.
5 we mentioned earlier in its stars
Next one,
and stripe
that one
delivery.
out there, mate,
It's a
that already
former
at
French
Lancia,
championship
isn't it?
winning car, and it's a very good looking machine at that. He sits on the outside of row 1. Irishman Dara Morris is on row 2 in the Per Eklund Subaru with George Tracy in the ex-John McCluskey, Stig-Olof Wolfredson and Kenneth Hansen Citroen Zara. So Kenneth on pole is racing against one of his ex-cars here from row 2 in the hands of Tracy. It's an all-Irish row 2. Row 3, Andy Grant, Liam Duran and Derek Jobb are your final starters. Grant in another ex-Gollop car, Liam Duran in his old C4, the X Games winner, and Derek Jobb in the Barry Squibb John Happy Ford Escort. A brilliant field of 1990s Rallycross cars, and this we still haven't seen the Group B machines. They'll be following with Francois Delacour, Jean-Claude Dupont and Philippe Tollemer and the rest. Who's your money on in this one though? No joke lap, 4 laps of action from lights to flag, and it is 14-time European champion Kenneth Hansen who settles on to row 1. He drove the car at the NEC in Birmingham during the Autosport International show in January, but that was just indoor stuff in one of the exhibition halls. This is proper Rallycross at the home of the sport, and we're seeing Hansen in the Gollop colours for this weekend, a car he raced against in period. He starts from pole. We get the thumbs up from Paul Fowler at the start line marshal, and we are ready to go racing then. The first time this weekend we see the 19 supercars into previous to the back row, but we are away, and it's a good start from Gerard Roussel then in the Renault 5. Liam Duran's going to try and go right around the outside going into Talladega, and he is going right around the outside line. This is proper Liam Duran stuff. He's going to make the move, and he's done it. Liam Duran high and wide around the outside and into the lead. The British bomb is back at Lydden, and number 33 Liam Duran leads from Kenneth Hansen. Brilliant stuff from Duran, high and wide, and Hansen right around the line on the outside line. Kenneth Hansen second, Gerard Roussel third, Dara Morris fourth, Jack Von behind. They go through the cement dust on the entry and exit of North Bend, but Liam Duran is here, and he is a real star in the X Games winner Citroen C4 freshly rebuilt. It is a proper Rallycross weapon, and Duran is putting in the power to effect indeed. Brilliant stuff around the outside. Duran leads the way. Kenneth Hansen second, Roussel after that great start in third. We saw how Liam drives so beautifully through Talladega last year when he drove his Ford RS200 in the World Rallycross demos. He was superb that weekend, and again he's showing a brilliant line through Talladega. Each time he turns through the loop, he is throwing stuff in the face of his competitors who are getting ever further distance in the mirrors. Kenneth Hansen still second, Roussel in third, number 4 having a good run with Andy Grant in the Ford Focus, and Duran in third place. Start the third lap Andrew Jordan car in 4th and 5th position. They're chasing Gerard Roussel in the Renault 5. They're close as they go out of the loose section, up over the tabletop jump. Grant is on the rear wing of Morris, and Kenneth Hansen slowing. Hansen slows in the Peugeot 306. He's from drama sadly with the Peugeot. Pulls to the side of the road. And he can't try to make a move on Zara Morris going up into North Bend Hairpin. It's Ireland versus Devon between the two of them. The Subaru versus the Ford Focus coming down past the team viewing area into Paddock Bend. Everything at the rear wing of the Subaru and Pretzer up ahead of him. The Perrick, the Clarion, Dickon replica is keeping Andy Grant at bay for now. Durant on his final lap now, so there's one tour left to go for Duran in the Citroen C4, but behind them Grant and Morris having a really good scrap. Gerard Roussel getting involved as well. Roussel holding on to second, but Grant is trying to look every each way he can to make a move with Zara Morris, and he runs up very ill for the final time. Liam Duran's going to win in spectacular fashion. Liam wins. Andy Grant's now trying to eyeline on Zara Morris through the North Bend Hairpin for the final time. The Irishman still holding on to third place, but Andy Grant wants to make that move. He tries up the inside for the final bend. Hold a second. Third will be Grant, third Morris, fourth Andy Grant in the Focus. Jack Bonbon is fifth, ahead of Kenneth Hansen, the Kenneth Hansen tribute of George Tracy. And sadly we lost Kenneth Hansen from that race early on. He retired in the Peugeot 306, but great stuff from Duran, the British bomb who isn't racing regularly in the recent years, but is buying cars to use in sporadic appearances and really making a lasting impression every time he turns up. Duran wins with great pace and great flair through Talladega. We'll see the Sheffield circuit next race. Weekend then we see the Group B runners from the Rallycross celebration, and on pole position is Austrian Hans-Peter Ferreira in his Lancia Delta S4 from 1985. He's owned the car since 2012, first time we've seen this autocross winning machine from Austria. Alongside him is number 1 Philippe Tollemer, who created the idea of the Loheac Legend Festival. It's the French version of Pat Duran really. So Philippe Tollemer starts second. On the outside of row 1 is Francois Delacour in the Ford RS200 of Pat Duran, the circuit owner. Delacour driving the car this weekend. Row 2, Steve Harris in his Mark Renison replica, the RS200 Evo. Alongside is Jean-Claude Dupont, another French visitor in his Peugeot 205 T16. And on the back row is 2 Retro Rallycross regulars, Dave Halford in the Potro and Rob Gibson in his 6R4. We are ready to race them. The first Group B race of the Lydden Legend Festival is about to go green. We're away in front of Delacour gives a good start. In Rosie, the RS200 blasts away from the line down into Talladega for the first time. It's Delacour who leads. He had a brief shakedown in the car yesterday evening. It was a late test for him, about 6 p.m, and he was finding his feet with the car for the first time, but he's blasted away with the lead in number 11. It's Delacour who leads, with Steve Harris in second. The Lancia Delta right-hander at North Bend Hairpin and out of the tightest bend on the track. It's Delacour with the lead. Rob Gibson's made up a couple of places. He's come up into the 5th position. Delacour then in number 11 is Austin Harris is going to try though, and they can move on to the RS200 ahead of him. inside. Steve Harrison gets the move done on the Frenchman, passes the former WRC runner-up on the approach to the jump, and Steve Harrison in his Renaissance replica takes the spot away from in number 11, who leads Steve Harris in GB1 into the Devil Elbow. We're on there, we're on the lap now. Through the right-hand in 1992 European Rallycross Championship at Bergerac in France. He's now driving in France many years ago. Great to have the car still in use. Now being used very frequently indeed by Delacour, but still under pressure from Harris with that huge rear wing on the back of the Renaissance replica. Harris in GB1 is still there with Delacour. The race is done yet. But Harris is still keeping him honest. Third place still for Toyota in the Delta. In fourth position, coming under pressure from Rob Gibson, and Gibson tries to make a move. Delacour's going to win, but Rob Gibson comes through into fourth position. So Gibson makes the move on the Peugeot 205 into he's going to come up into fourth position. It's a win for Delacour, second for Harris, third is Hans-Peter Fueda, fourth will be Rob Gibson after that good move through well led with Philippe Tollemer. Jean-Claude Dupont is sixth, Dave Halford your final finisher. So that's the Group B show. The Porsche versus the Beetle going down into Talladega for the first time, and James Harold burst into the lead in the Volkswagen. So it's Harold who has the advantage, a former stock hatch champion of the early 2000s, so he is a very handy driver in his own right, and Harold in the Beetle leads the way over the jump into the elbow. Barry Stewart settles into second position. It's Alan Crockett in this group, because this is a category for cars between 67 and 93, so other than in a Clio that's too up to date for the class, but it's running as a wild card. We'll see how it will go in the number 72. Crockett is chasing on Barry Stewart in the Porsche. They go into the Talladega with James Harold the runaway leader for now, because Barry Stewart in the Porsche is coming under increasing pressure from Alan Crockett. Alan Crockett is really going nicely here from Northern Ireland in number 69. He's over the loop onto the Devil's Elbow, and Crockett in a new car that was only in this race. That's how up to date. Very last minute, trying to make a move going into North End Hairpin. They go side by side through the right-hander, and Alan Crockett gets the move done. Really clean move from Crockett, and the interest from Northern Ireland chewing up the opposition here. He goes into second position, passing Barry Stewart with Will Upton fourth, Josh Fergus in fifth, Nigel Davies sixth, Alan Crockett seventh, Dan Swade eighth, and at the back of the pack is Charlie French. So we'll wait to see how Charlie goes in this one. He is at the back of the pack at the minute in the Ford Escort, but it is James Harold in 115 who continues to lead, and the star of this one really has been Alan Crockett in the Opel Cadet. It's been a brilliant start tonight in the new car for the 70 is really working smartly around the home of the score here. 69 and Rocket leads in second, with Harold leading. Barry Stewart is still in third, Will Upton holding his own in fourth. Josh Durkin, Fizz Davey, Tapscott and Swayland across the line together. But it's James Harold who still holds the advantage in 115. The Volkswagen Beetle that Jensen Button drove here in 2015 in a BBC F1 feature, and he's found it very different beats than what he is used to. He struggles to find a gear in the car. It is a different machine from what Button had driven in the past. But James Harold is running very smart. He's playing bits from the Beetle as he comes down into as Paddock Ben. He's got the Opel Cadet of Alan Crockett still behind. A bit of smoke though from the 69 of Crockett as he comes across the line. Harold wins it. Crockett second. Barry Stewart is third. Nigel Daly will be fourth in the Triumph with Josh Durkin's fifth. Tapscott sixth. Swayland is eighth, and it is Charlie French coming through in the back of the pack. They're testing bits on the Stanker tribute car. Very indeed. James Harold is alongside. Great to have James back here at Lydden this weekend in his Volkswagen Beetle, a car that's been a real family heirloom, been in the Harold family for decades now, and great that the Volkswagen car is back here. The turbocharged Beetle can chuck up to 600 brake horsepower from its 2.1 litre engine with a beefy Garrett turbo on it as well. So that Beetle really running 6, 7 Ray Morgan at the back of the pack for now, but these were then through the blue section past the flag. It's a really decent drive from the Folkestone-based racer running local circuit, the former world hot rod champion. He switched from the oval to Rallycross during the lockdown years, and he has gone really well ever since. He had a John Welsh replica car which he took to the Retro Rallycross title, and he sold that now to Andy Grant, and now we're building the different class retro, but the sale of the Fiesta has borrowed this export for the meeting, and it worked very well indeed. Lever wins in 2023. Padawan is second in 46, engine in the MR2, Ben Bristow fourth, Stuart Emery is fifth, Davy Crockett is sixth, John Cross seventh, Ray Morgan in eighth, and the final finisher, Patrick Briffaut in his BMW M3. Good racing then from the Retro Brigade, and we will look forward to another batch of them. There's loads of the Rallycross Celebration group. A really special supercar comes out.
I can imagine it being
machine now in the hands of but has issues for the event. In this event, and he did everyone on day meeting, but Liam Farrell went down onto pole position in the ex-Christopherson Polo, alongside his Julian Godfrey. The Iran Citroen DS3. We'll see how Julian, the engine wizard from the Sussex, goes from P2. It's two Godfrey-linked cars alongside each other, because we have the ex-Julian Mitsubishi Mirage in the hands of former Saab and Ford KA racer Colin Anson in his Mitsubishi, and on the outside it's the local man who was the fastest in practice, Tristan Ovenden, in number 72. Been a difficult season so far. How he would love to get his first car win.
That sounds nice.
We're ready to go, and Tristan Ovenden is away like a rocket. Ovenden leads the way down into Talladega, and this has been a really good start from Ovenden so far this weekend. He had mechanical malady yesterday, but is able to get the Citroen DS3 fixed up overnight, and the
sounds so quiet now.
Goody Demolition Citroen is working a treat so far on his home circuit. Colin Anson is in second. Showing some really good speed, and with the dramas we've saw for Patrick
That might be
O'Donovan
an issue.
in race 1, will Ovenden be able to benefit from that? The timing screen now picks this guys up here, so the time that we can see in 3 minutes.
Oh no!
Hampton makes a mistake in the Joker lap, and there might
Rip.
be a failure there. We just run wide into the gravel.
Come on,
but
mate, you get out of that.
Hampton into the gravel at the Joker section, and he is going to get the Mitsubishi tied up again. So Hampton back on the track.
Isn't that nice? Pull away now. You can absolutely floor the stones in your brakes and everything. Oh, he's gone again. You alright? Shoot. Something broke.
Steering issues on the
Looked like an
PS3
axle.
into a spin through the elbow, broadside across the circuit, start from right heel, he's going to get it moving again, front suspension.
Oh, he brought a tyre on it, I think. Dragging.
Through the elbow, Julian Godfrey then is in stride sadly. Citroen. Godfrey is heading for retirement, but it's all eyes on Tristan Ovenden, who is the guy.
Dragging the tyre, ain't he? Pushing up the hill. That is a hill though, ain't it, Scott?
That red car, ripping.
Absolute monster.
Try and get the best time through the
Well, he racing two people, ain't it really? Himself and someone else now for timers. Black car's out and the that white car crashed.
Where his rivals are, and they're almost in a different postcode at the minute. One at Mondello Park in the past, but it's been a difficult year so far.
It was off the
for Ovenden,
table.
so he would love to put that right here at his home turf this weekend into the Lydden Hill up Perry Hill. Ian Barrett's Volkswagen Polo sounded pretty sick as it came past the commentary box last time through. So Barrett is struggling for pace in second position, but it's in third. One of the police dramas. Julian Godfrey managing to get the PS3 out of harm's way, but Tristan Ovenden's going to come up to the line. It's pretty slow through the chicane though, and is there an issue there? Will he just keep off there? Ovenden set the time 2 seconds slower. So despite the dramas earlier on, it's Patrick O'Donovan who wins Q1 for the supercars. POD is quickest of all. Colin Anderson's going to come through and take third position in his Mitsubishi Mirage, but it's Patrick O'Donovan is quickest. Ollie O'Donovan second overall in the times. Tristan Ovenden will be in fourth place because John McCluskey's done a time good enough for O'Donovan into second place, and he's now got his dad inside.
I like that Evo. Sat in him when I was in the showroom.
Evo 10.
Me and my mate used to go down to the Cardiff and sit in there every now and then.
Bigger lineup this one.
Ollie O'Donovan will start race 2 of Q1 from pole position. Himself and Patrick O'Donovan swapped cars for this weekend, so you would expect to see Ollie O'Donovan in the Proton and Patrick in his Peugeot or the Fiesta, but the Fiesta for this weekend only is the WD, the 2007.
I enjoy the sounds of those, they always sound so chirpy.
We'll see how O'Donovan goes from pole. Steve
think it's the
Hill
same amount of colour, isn't it?
alongside,
5, 4.
74 years of age. He celebrated his birthday here on the Easter weekend, and we'll see how Steve goes from P2. Michael Leonard, the former Porsche Carrera Cup GB racer, starts from third in the He's won 3.
Maybe he's waiting for engine temps to rise or something, because they're proper took long.
But he's in the Proton, a car he doesn't know as well as the Fiesta or the Peugeot, which he drove here earlier in the season. So we'll see how the first run in the Proton goes for GB1, the reigning champion on the outside line, second quickest in practice behind Tristan Ovenden. How will he go here in race 2 of Q1 for the supercars? The O'Donovan as we get ready to go green.
That's like a jet takeoff, doesn't it?
We're away and Patrick O'Donovan doesn't get the best of the start. He's the
They're
slowest
on each
away
other.
from the line, and Michael Leonard and Ollie O'Donovan run down into Talladega for the first time. Patrick's gone high and wide. He's onto the circuit. He goes so wide. He's onto the tarmac on the outside of Chesson.
That's a big drift.
It's Ollie O'Donovan who leads. Steve Hill second. Patrick O'Donovan third. Michael Leonard into fourth, but that was in recent months together, so there doesn't seem to be too much love lost between the two, but a contact already at the start of Q1, and it opens the door for Ollie O'Donovan then to lead them down into the paddock. Patrick's going to try and get some spin there.
Racing drone.
Great bit of racing action between the four as they turned into Talladega for the first time.
Definitely enjoy Lydden's new way in though.
Ollie O'Donovan
Way clean.
and Patrick, who now is the one to watch because he's got his Joker lap ticked off. He is now chasing down Steve Hill in second position.
Like 2-3 years ago we was going around this probably.
Already, and Steve Hill now has become the cork in the bottle because O'Donovan's going to want the Evo 10 out of the way. Steve may go Joker to give clear air. He's going to stick his own race down. On his own race, and Patrick O'Donovan, if he wants to make a move, he's going to have to 2 days, so they'll have a final racing again tomorrow with a final to boot at the end of the meeting. So a busy weekend for the supercars. They really are almost a sideshow in a way. There's so many cars in the paddock that the supercars are just an addition to the championship here at the Legend Festival through the
The other two
banking
seem to be a bit more on it, don't they?
looking neat and tidy.
These two.
He's a former event winner around this place on the old configuration of Lydden from his Citroen Zara and Peugeot 306 days. McCluskey knew the old Lydden very well indeed, but the updated circuit is getting more and more used to. He really does bring the car through the leader section. Continuing to edge further clear of Mike Seller from Sittingbourne in second spot, and into the Joker goes